Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic tuberculosis. This is from the chapter Why do you fall ill? So without any delay, let's start with the topic tuberculosis from the chapter Why do you fall ill? So let's start. So let's start with the topic tuberculosis. This is from the chapter Why do you fall ill? So without any delay, let's start. Called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. These bacteria causes tuberculosis. Clear? In short form, it is also called TB. Clear? And is a bacterial disease. In the earlier classes, all the diseases that were taught were mostly viral disease, isn't it? Like AIDS were their viral disease, isn't it? So these are bacterial disease. All right. So you can see tuberculosis. So name the causative organism or the pathogen that causes this disease is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Mycobacterium, that means it is a bacterial disease. All right. And tuberculosis mostly affects in the lungs. Clear? So droplets from a cough or sneeze by an infected person. All right. So the droplets from the cough and sneeze of an infected person, the tuberculosis bacterium can be transferred from a diseased person to a healthy person. You can see the droplets, isn't it? Now, what are the social factors? See, tuberculosis short form is TB. Clear? So, TB is a social disease with medical aspects, also known as barometer of social welfare. So, social factors include poor quality of life, poor housing, overcrowding, population explosion, undernutrition, lack of education, large families, and lack of awareness of cause of illness. So all these factors are interrelated and contribute to the occurrence of spread of disease. All right. So all the above factor helps for the occurrence and spread of diseases. So these factors has to be learned. All right. So these are the clinical features of tuberculosis. That means the sign and symptoms of active tuberculosis. So what are the signs and symptoms of tuberculosis? Let's see. See, cough that lasts 2 or more weeks. Clear? Coughing up blood, chest pain or pain with breathing or coughing, unexplained weight loss, fatigue, fever, night sweats, chills, and loss of appetite. So these are the sign and symptoms of tuberculosis. Now, what is a primary tuberculosis? This is a little bit extra knowledge I am giving. Primary tuberculosis, so disease that develops in a previously unexposed person. All right, almost always being in lungs. Inhaled bacilli. Bacilli is a bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria. Clear? Implant in the distal air spaces of lower part of upper lobe or upper part of lower lobe. All right, it may be in the upper lobe or in the lower lobe. All right, in the upper part or lower part. So 1 to 1.5 centimeter area of gray white inflammation with consideration develops called gone focus, which often seasons. Clear? So you can see here the figure has been given. You can see the lymph node given, and infection of Mycobacterium tuberculosis is entering through the trachea, isn't it? You can see, we know that the unit of lungs is what? Alveoli, isn't it? So it enters the lungs, isn't it? You see multinuclear giant cells, these all are given. So this is little bit extra knowledge. You can see infection with Mycobacterium tuberculosis, it enters, isn't it? The above diagram only, it has been magnified here. All right. So you can see tuberculosis. All right. See how it is spreading. First, it inhales. If we inhale through mouth and nose, it enters, isn't it? It enters into the lungs and all. You can see the flow chart. Now, the mode of transmission, how tuberculosis is transferred, clear? Or it is transmitted or spreaded. See, transmitted mainly by droplets infection and droplet nuclei by sputum positive patient with pulmonary TB. TB means tuberculosis. Coughing generates the largest number of droplets of all sizes. Frequency and vigor of cough and ventilation of the environment influence transmission of infection. All right. So frequent cough is there, and if a cough causes a large amount of droplets, isn't it? So transmission can take place. Now, what are the complications of tuberculosis? See, meningitis, pleurisy, involvement of kidney, spine, bone joints, and military tuberculosis. Now, what are the prevention and control of TB? See, early diagnosis and treatment, particularly of sputum, smear, positive cases of tuberculosis control. All right, the revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, clear, RNTCP, revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, has focused on achieving high cure rates. The protective efficacy of BCG has ranged between 0 to 80% in different studies. Now in the next slide we'll see what are the prevention and control measures of tuberculosis, that is TB. So you can see in prevention how you can prevent: use personal respiratory protective devices, avoid exposing, clear, avoid exposing yourself to people with active TB means tuberculosis, get the BCG vaccination to prevent TB, schedule a TB test if you have been exposed to someone with tuberculosis, ventilate the room, early diagnosis and treatment. So these are the certain prevention of tuberculosis. Now on the right hand side you can see I have given the control measures of tuberculosis. First point is houses should be adequately ventilated, clear, ventilation should be there. Spend as much time as possible outdoors. All right, sleep alone in separate adequate ventilated room. Spend a little time as possible on public transport, clear. So these are the control measures. Now prevention of drugs resistant TB. So how you can resist, isn't it? Rapid diagnosis and treatment of TB. See, one of the greatest risk factors, especially in developing countries, and if TB is, so this is one of the greatest factor in the developing countries. All right, TB is the greatest factor, risk factor. And if TB is identified and treated soon, drug resistance can be avoided. And complication of treatment. See, previous treatment of TB is an indication of MDR TB. Incomplete antibiotic treatment or improper prescription of antibiotic regimens, resistance can develop. So drugs that are of poor qualities or less in quantity, especially in developing countries, contribute to MDR TB. All right. So these are the 5 principal components of DOTS. See, political and administrative commitment, case detection of sputum, smear microscopy, uninterrupted supply of high quality of anti-TB drugs, then standardized treatment regime with directly observed treatment for at least the first 2 months, and systematic monitoring and accountability. So from here you'll study the pathogen. All right, what are the pathogen or the causative organism of TB? You'll study the causative organism. All right, that is the causative organism. You'll study the signs and symptoms. You'll study the control measures and prevention, and few extra knowledge I have given in a few slides, clear. So these are the students, these are the homework question. Number 1, name the pathogen that causes tuberculosis. Second question is, what are the different ways by which tuberculosis can be prevented? Third, write few control methods of tuberculosis. And fourth, what are the different ways by which disease can be transmitted from one person to another? All right. Thank you, students. This was all about the entire video lecture. We have discussed about the topic tuberculosis. This was from the chapter Why Do You Fall Ill? So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomuji sir, signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.